I'm more concerned with what they've done.
Okay. Okay. Let's go with that. Was it responsible when Donald Trump sat in the Oval Office on his fat ass for 4.5 hours on January 6th when people were getting killed? Would you call that responsible?
There was not people getting killed.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, I guess the term "Make America Great Again" was something that Bill Clinton used in his campaign.
Really,
so
I don't really think that. I don't recall him selling shirts and hats in every single speech saying "Make America Great Again."
You know. I mean, that wasn't really the thing that they did back then. They used to give the stuff away.
Okay, well, I don't recall that. With all due respect, I don't recall.
Google it.
Okay, well, if you're going to say he started a slogan with "Make America Great Again," I guess I could Google it, but it's no comparison to what Donald Trump has done with this slogan. Dating back since 2015. But go ahead.
But anyway, my point is this: I've been talking to you for years, on the radio, and I don't. There's things that we agree on and things that we disagree on. I guess the biggest problem that I do have is, and not with you, just people's mentality, because someone is in a different party, that they're knuckle dragging idiots.
Well, I think a lot of MAGA supporters are. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just going to be on the radio. I'm going to be frank with you, Lauren, right now. I think most of Donald Trump's base are idiots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying most of. I think many of these people, and you could tell me if you disagree. I'm not saying all, and Lauren, you've been listening to me for a while. I don't generalize every MAGA supporter as this, but I would say a lot of them are ill-informed. They're uneducated white people. They watch their Newsmax, their OAN, and their Fox News. They are brainwashed, and they're just not very intelligent people. Now, that's my personal opinion, Lauren. You can tell me if you disagree, but I think most of Donald Trump's base today fit that category.
Well, I mean, I'm a lifelong Republican. I'm married to a Democrat that's an African American.
Yep.
I have biracial children. I don't care what you are or where you come from.
No, I know that all. And I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying general terms for most of his base. I'm not saying you're that person, Lauren. I don't think you're that person. But do you disagree with my statement? I think most of Donald Trump's base are bigoted, ignorant people. I really do.
I'm not going to say that. I think that, all right. My background's in anthropology, okay? So, in cultural. And when I grew up in Hawaii and Las Vegas, Hawaii was the melting pot of the Pacific. We had people coming from all over to Hawaii. And at that particular time, when they came to Hawaii, they came to be an American.
No, listen, Lauren, I don't mean to interrupt. I get what you're saying. But I respect that, your background and your knowledge with that. But that's not what I'm asking you. I am specifically talking about Donald Trump's base of supporters, the type of people where he said I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and they'll still support me, the type of people who wait 8 hours at his rallies, the people who will buy his Trump Bibles for $60, his gold sneakers, the people that look up to him like he's the next Messiah. I'm talking about his base. That's his base. And what I am saying, and I'm trying to get your reasoning and why you disagree with me, that most of those people are ill-informed, uneducated people that are bigoted in nature. Why do you disagree with me? You think a lot of these Trump supporters that think Haitian immigrants are eating our pets are intelligent people? I mean, I know it's funny, but it's ridiculous.
I'm not going to go that far, but I mean, I hear people on both sides making ridiculous.
Give me an example. So give me an example of Democrat politicians in office today in 2024.
No, I'm not talking about politicians.
Okay. Well, I am. We're also talking about, right, but okay, I agree. That's fair. But I'm also talking about politicians on the right. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. There are politicians that are spreading this. But anyway, okay, let's go back to the supporters. Can you give me an example of supporters out there that have put together a conspiracy theory that is this dangerous and racist in nature? Like in the last year, I'll give you the last year, and I'll entertain it. So tell me, give me an example. And if I disagree with it, I'll be on your side, but tell me.
Well, as far as coming up with an example, I couldn't right off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, Lauren, with all due respect, because I like you, okay, but you're comparing Republicans and Democrats when it comes to bigoted conspiracy theories. And then when I ask you to give me one example, you can't come up with one. Listen, I am sure there are Democrats out there that have said some really stupid things in the past. I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
I know they have.
Okay, but here's the difference, though. It's most of the Republican Party today. Donald Trump has taken over the party. These people think that Haitian immigrants are eating dogs and stealing our pets.
Well, people are entitled to that opinion.
Well, of course they're entitled.
It's just like Hunter Biden's laptop. All of that was all supposed to be a conspiracy theory, right? It wasn't a conspiracy theory.
Okay, so hold on a second. First,
where did the virus come from?
Okay, so all right, let's go one at a time. Let's go one at a time. Let's talk about Hunter Biden's laptop, which, by the way, is a weird analogy to going after a certain group of people. Okay, we're talking about one person, and it's not a racist trope, but I'll go with that.
Oh, okay. Well, then
right wingers. Hold on.
Virus.
No, let's go one at a time.
That could be
hold on.
Racial.
Let's talk. Well, yeah, Trump is the guy that called it the Kung Flu, but let me go back to Hunter Biden because that's the first thing you mentioned. First of all, there are right wingers all over the place that said that he was raping young children on that laptop. Many of these people, including Tina Peters, who I had on this show, who claimed she had his laptop. There are right wingers out there that think they know everything that's in the laptop. They don't. And they still don't to this day. All we know is that there was a laptop. We don't know if he committed any crimes on that laptop. We know the FBI has had the laptop. Now, there might have been a few people out there that say the laptop didn't exist. Yeah, sure, it existed. But that's really a bad analogy to claim. We have the former president of the United States, his vice presidential running mate, and many right wingers out there that are spreading a conspiracy theory that has completely been debunked by the local police chief, the mayor, the governor, and the city manager, and yet Donald Trump and J.D. Vance on this ticket are still spreading conspiracy theories, so much so that Trump said it on a debate stage. With all due respect, Lauren,
I heard the debate.
The two are not comparable. You're talking about Hunter Biden's laptop compared to this? Nobody's going to get hurt if somebody goes on social media and says, Hunter Biden did this on the laptop. Hunter Biden did this. We're not talking about a group of people. It hurts Hunter Biden maybe. But,
has anybody gotten hurt? Has there been any murders? Has there been any?
You're talking about the Haitian thing?
Towards any of the Haitians?
Sure. It's been 48 hours. I don't want that to happen, but I can tell you.
Usually things happen pretty quick.
Well, I'll tell you what. It took a couple months.
Under the circumstances.
I disagree.
We in this country, we care more about dogs and cats than we do humans.
What? What are you?
That's a fact.
Whoa! What? Do you understand that this?
That's what I said,
Lauren. Hold on. Hold on, Lauren. I want to respond to what you just said. This story is not just about our pets. Do you understand that when you take a group of human beings, they're not animals, Haitian immigrants, and you claim, debunked by the way, that a group of people are stealing our pets and eating them? You're telling me that you don't think that that could cause harm or violence to people? We're not just talking about pets. We're talking about human beings. Yes, I understand that the MAGA right looks at some of these people as not being human beings. They're rapists, they're bad people, and I suppose some of them are good people. Do you not understand that we're talking about human beings, not just pets here?
Of course I understand.
Okay, then why would you make that statement then? I'm confused.
Why would I make that statement?
This isn't just about pets.
Well, I think it's rather obvious. The abortion issue. Okay?
You're all over the place. All right, what's your take?
No, I'm not all over the place. I mean, abortion is what? A termination of pregnancy. A termination of pregnancy is termination of a human.
Okay, so now you want to step into the bounds of abortion.
Is that correct?
Okay, now you want to step into the bounds of abortion. First of all, I've talked to...
Well, I mean, abortion is the big platform for the Democrats.
So first of all, it's not a big...
Being an
Hold on,
father,
Lauren, over 60% of the country disagree with you. Over 60%
I don't know if that's true.
Okay, well, it's not my fault if you don't know. Every poll across the country. Okay?
No, it's not.
Lauren,
It's
Lauren,
not like that,
look it up.
Brian.
You told me to Google things. Now I want you to Google. I don't want to get into a debate over
No,
something
fine,
that's true.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll Google
over,
as soon as I stop.
over 60% of the country believe in a woman's right to choose. Now, if your definition is if a woman has an abortion, not a late-term abortion, but an abortion, and you think it's murder, guess what, Lauren? Make sure you and your...
What I'm saying is it's a choice. You do have the choice.
Okay. And what's your problem with it then?
All right. What's my problem with it?
Yeah.
I guess because some people do use it as a form of birth control.
Okay. Well, I don't agree.
They're
Guess
not
what?
Being responsible.
Okay.
They're not being responsible.
So you care about people that are responsible, right? You'd like to see people responsible. Do you think Donald Trump is responsible? I want to know where you draw the line.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't see Donald.
Do you
Trump
think
as
it's
responsible.
okay? Do you think it's Hold on. Do you think I'm glad
any politician is responsible? No.
So you want to? If we compared Kamala Harris and the way she's lived her life to Donald Trump, who would you say is more responsible? If we're going to use that term.
Neither.
Oh, give me a break. So hold on a second. You mean to tell me that a man who has 5 kids with 3 different women, who's got 25 women who have accused him of sexual assault, a man who's been sued thousands of times, compared to a woman who went to college, worked at a fast food restaurant, got her degree.
Went to college.
Okay, let me finish here. Okay, I'm not talking.
College means absolutely nothing. It certainly doesn't make it smarter.
Well, guess what? Here's what I have a lot more respect for. Somebody who works and pays their way through school rather than somebody who gets a $500 million company from their father. Okay, so let me finish. You mean to tell me that when you look at Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and the way they've both lived their lives, you would just put them on an equal playing field and say they're both irresponsible people? Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm basing it on the policies of this government.
I'm basing it on the way they've lived their life, because responsibility is not just as a lawmaker, it's the way they've lived their life.
I'm more concerned with what they've done.
Okay. Let's go with that. Was it responsible when Donald Trump sat in the Oval Office on his fat ass for 4.5 hours on January 6th when people were getting killed? Would you call that responsible?
There was not people getting killed.
Yes, there was. Yes, there was. There was a woman. See, it's hard for me to have a conversation with if you don't know the facts. There was a woman that was trampled. You can Google that as well. There was a woman that was killed. There was hold on. Okay, hold on. There was an officer named Brian Sitnick who died.
He did not die.
Oh, give me a break. Okay, so you mean to tell me that a perfectly healthy man died? Hold on.
Healthy.
Excuse me. His family knows
he was a government employee.
Excuse me. His family knows his personal health, sir, with all due respect. You don't. Let me finish. Because I'm not going to let you disrespect somebody like that.
I'm not disrespecting.
Yes, you are, because you're a... Yes, you are. Pot him down. Pot him down. Now it's my turn. With your ignorance, Lauren. Because now you got me. You mean to tell me that the day of a man being beaten and sprayed with pepper spray and bear spray, who was a perfectly healthy man, according to his doctor, who's done interviews, and his family, who died the next day, and you mean to tell me that it was all just a coincidence and his death had nothing to do with January 6th is an idiotic and moronic take, sir. It is an idiotic and moronic take. And why is it when we talk about January 6th, or really anything of that matter, where you want to talk about responsibility, you don't want to put anything on Donald Trump. In fact, you want to say, well, Harris and Trump, they're both on an equal playing field. Did Kamala Harris incite an insurrection? If she loses in November, she will concede. Kamala Harris sued thousands of times for discrimination. Has Harris ever been accused of sexual assault? Has she ever been found liable for sexual assault? Is she a convicted felon? Did she ever defy a subpoena for a year? And you want to sit here and tell me that they're both irresponsible because, I don't like their policies? Well, guess what, sir? Brian Sitnick died the day after January 6th because he was beaten and because he was sprayed with bear spray. And any reasonable person with an IQ over 20 would understand there's a direct correlation there. But yet you want to talk to me about responsibility, Lauren? You told me to Google things? I'm not sure if Google will help you, my friend. But I am amazed. I am amazed that you would have the gall to tell me on this show, and you're entitled to your opinion, that Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are both irresponsible. They're both irresponsible people. Here is a woman who paid her way through school, got her law degree, became a prosecutor, became an attorney general. Here is a woman who was duly elected twice in San Francisco. Here is a woman who became a senator. Here is a woman who became the vice president of the United States because of hard work and determination and intelligence. Donald Trump was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's had yes people around him his entire life. No, sir. They are not both identical in any way, shape, or form. Donald Trump might be the most irresponsible politician we've ever had in the history of this country. And there is no comparison to Kamala Harris, any way, shape, or form. 140 officers were beaten that day. People died. Officers, several of them, committed suicide in the months thereafter. Their families said they were never the same after that very horrible day. But you would probably say there's no correlation there either, right? Don't preach to me about responsibility. I think now you have a responsibility to get your you-know-what together. Do some searches and then think about the things you said on this show, my friend. Thank you for the call.